All right, everyone. My name is Lars K. And I just wanted to share something with you. So basically, I'm a Norwegian student. I live in Oslo, main capital of Norway. And what I wanted to share with you is an email that I received from my university. So I received this letter, and the general thesis is that the university and the municipality of Oslo, the city of Oslo, they're basically using taxpayer money to discriminate against ethnic Norwegians for mentorship positions of multiculturals and positions of power in the city of Oslo. I'm a bit of a mouthful, so let me just explain that. We can just go through the letter very quickly. So basically, it says, "Dear student, the Oslo mentorship program is now up for recruitment academic year. Last year there was a record number of applicants. Blah blah blah. This year, as last year, the program is recruiting multicultural master students who will be writing their thesis during the 2025-2026 school year. The program is run by the city of Oslo, where students will be paired with a mentor who is an employee of the city of Oslo. The program is aimed to increase recruitment of employees with multicultural backgrounds to leadership positions and positions requiring higher education. Currently, there is an underrepresentation of employees with multicultural backgrounds in higher positions within the municipality, and this program seeks to address that. And that's basically the gist of it. So it's very short, but the general thing is this is a discriminatory program. It's like this would not be possible for any other group of people. So like if I, for example, made a program where I said, "Dear students, there's going to be a program and it's only going to be for ethnic Norwegians and all other types of Norwegians, you are excluded," that would be straight up racist, you know? But in this case, it seems to be completely fine. And, it's just absolute insanity, right? Because again, like why do we accept this type of discrimination? Everyone agrees discrimination is bad, but then suddenly, we receive this kind of letters, we receive this type of cultural input where discrimination is fine as long as you do it to the white people, as long as you do it to the ethnic Norwegians, as long as you do it to the people that, well, quite frankly, they were here from before, If you do that, completely fine. Keep doing it, no problem at all, Second is that, is it really the best thing for the city of Oslo to make this kind of program? Like, the real job of city of Oslo is to provide the best services for the people in the city of Oslo. Makes sense, right? Then how is this helping the people of Oslo? How is adding more multicultural people helping the people of Oslo? In another way, you could say, like, are you necessarily a better leader because you are multicultural? And then by that standard, would you say that ethnic Norwegian leaders in Norway, mind you, is bad? Or are they just bad? Are they worse? Is it something like Moroccan leaders are just always way better than Norwegian leaders? Like, what's the idea? What's the thesis, And then, is it necessarily better to have a leader that is multicultural? Why is it in the city of Norway's best interest to discriminate against ethnic Norwegian people? And how does these discriminatory practices improve the state services? Like, for everyone, additional person from Somalia hired, GDP increases by 200%. Like, is there any correlation between, is there really any correlation between, we should hire more, multicultural people, we should exclude, and by the way, we should exclude people from Norway from being in positions of higher power, we should make quotas. How does this improve the services? How does this help me as a taxpayer, And third and final is that, the people of Oslo, we happen to be a majority Norwegian ethnic people, and this majority of Norwegian ethnic people are paying for this program with their tax money. So I go to work, I pay my 50% taxes or whatever. I give part of that money to the city of Oslo, and they spend part of that money to discriminate against precisely me. So the idea is that someone in the local government had decided to spend time and effort to discriminate against the majority, which was, completely arbitrarily decided. that multicultural people are better in leadership positions than Norwegians. Hence, we need to quote them in. Hence, they need quote unquote representation. And by the way, this is all paid for by Norwegians in Norway, right? And so let's really talk about this. So, like, what are the real consequences of this? So real consequences of quotas is that you actually get worse candidates because the absolute pool of people that you're allowed to hire is smaller, and that's just mathematical facts. If you know anything about normal distributions, anything about statistics, this will make complete sense to you. And if you don't, very sad, you should definitely check it out, And this might have the disastrous consequences. A lot of times when people have been hired for, race, ethnic reasons, it's just complete disastrous consequences. You have people that are underqualified for their job. They're of the right ethnicity. So then, we need to hire that person of the right ethnicity. And second, it just spreads this general philosophy that discrimination, it's good as long as you do it to white people, as long as you do it to the natives. So yes, I completely oppose this. I think it's just completely and utterly vile, completely inappropriate use of taxpayers' money. I hope this program gets scrapped, and I think it's vile, and it's objectively, this is not an opinion, this is a matter of fact, it's objectively discriminatory, right? And in the end, even if the local government gets called out for, the discriminatory practices of Norwegian ethnics, we must remember that this is a government program. No one will lose their job over this. And in my opinion, that should change as well. I think the creator of this program should definitely 100% be fired. I think there's just I think that just completely unforgivable, man. Again, if you did this, just put yourself in the mind frame. If you did this with any other group of people, if you did this with white males, if you did this with, old, if you did this with any other group, it would just be racism. It would be age. It would be all kinds of things, it would be completely awful. But suddenly because it's multicultural, that means it's okay. Discrimination is okay as long as it favors multicultural people. And, as a Norwegian, I think that's just completely appalling, completely indefensible. And anyone that, sits down and has like a just 30-second to 2-minute conversation about this, there's just no way to defend this position. So yeah, that was just what I wanted to share. And I really hope this gets stopped, but, uh, I have my doubts, but yeah, I just hope that this gets stopped, and that's all I wanted to share with you guys. Okay.